get up right above here, right there.
Mrs. Hanratty.
Hello, Carl.
Hello.
Tom Hanks and I, we love, technical advisors. We had our real FBI agent giving truth and facts that emboldened Tom to take all these risks as an actor and at the same time not do something that would embarrass the FBI.
My name is Bill Rader, and I was formerly a special agent with the FBI. I had a 33-year career with the Bureau. I've been retired since 1999, and this has been my first opportunity to function as a technical advisor on a movie. And of course, it's right up my alley because this movie, Catch Me If You Can, involves basically a chase between the FBI and a perpetrator.
Mrs. Hanratty.
My job on the set is to advise both as to authenticity within the script, also for the sets, for the costumes, for the props, for the manner in which the agents conduct themselves throughout the movie.
Knicker scanners at every bank read these numbers at the bottom of a check and then ship that check off to its corresponding branch.
The depictions here are very accurate in terms of how a check passer works, what materials he needs to do this type of crime.
This check is for $1,400. We agreed upon $1,000.
Why don't I give you back $400 and you give me that check?
Even better.
During the 60s, it was fairly easy to do these types of crimes, mainly because the sophistication on the part of bank security was not as tight as today. But today, these crimes are still committed with a certain amount of facility because of the advancement in technology. During the 60s and the early 70s, when Abagnale was operating and hanging paper throughout the United States and the world, most of the checks that he counterfeited, he did on kind of a cut and paste method. And he became more sophisticated as time went by, of course, but in today's world, although there are advancements in security, the crime is still prevalent throughout the United States and throughout Europe.
Merry Christmas!
It's interesting that I walk onto the set today and look around at these scenes that are set in the 1960s because it's almost as if I have blinked my eyes and have awakened some 35 years earlier. I was an agent at the time when this was a dress of the day and the hairstyles of the day and whatnot, and it's a real nostalgic step back for me, particularly the FBI field office set. It was so representative of a typical field office that it almost had to blink my eyes to make sure that it wasn't completely real, because they had done so much research on this, even down to the door frames and the style of windows.
Special Agent Hanratty, FBI.
I had a partner early on in the Cleveland division when I first started in 1966 who looks very much like Mr. Hanks, right down to the glasses and the fact that he wore a fedora hat. So this was a real trip down memory lane for me.
Cut. Great. That was your best take.
Reset, please.
As far as the women in the background and the ones that have speaking parts, it's eerie because they were very much as portrayed in this movie.
Mr. Abagnale is here.
I can't believe that they found these middle-aged women and dressed them in these period outfits. It really was a wonderful experience for me to kind of step back and see life as it was in the 60s.
This is 1964. Did the police hold their guns that way in 64?
Or was it just this?
Actually, in 64, most of the time it was like this, and then when you bring them down, you could bring them down like this.
Yeah, just so it doesn't look like too modern.
In the 1960s, agents were regimented to a certain degree. Long hair was not tolerated. Beards and mustaches were not tolerated. The type of clothing you wear was always very conservative business wear. White shirts were preferred. Of course, the mode of the day was a three-button suit, a slender tie. But as far as the personalities were concerned, the agents were very resolute. And in this particular movie, the Tom Hanks character, Carl Hanratty, is a typical example of an agent who is very, very dedicated to his work.
Drop it! Relax. You're late, all right? My name's Allen, Barry Allen, United States Secret Service.
The idea that the perpetrator in this case has actually beaten him into thinking that he was someone else and then skated out from under Carl's hand, not able to make the apprehension.
Wait. Your wallet.
You hang on to it for a minute. I trust you.
And then Carl's reaction to that, taking it very personally, is one that I can identify with very much. And any agent who has been embarrassed to that extent would take it personally. And the cool professional attitude can kind of slip aside as one becomes almost obsessed with the capture of the one who got away.
Hey! You're gonna get caught. It's a mathematical fact. It's like Vegas. The house always wins.
I think that it portrays the Bureau as it looked at the time. There are certain comical aspects to it and certain personality traits that not all agents had at the time, but that's certainly acceptable.
Sean, would you like to hear me tell a joke?
Yeah, sure.
Knock, knock.
Certainly in today's world, there could easily be another Frank Abagnale Jr. How far they're going to get in light of counter moves by the FBI, by bank security, and certainly by the assistance of Frank Abagnale himself is a matter of conjecture and something we'll just have to see.
You're gonna have to catch me.